Here's the story of how I won my first Emmy. It was the most shocking moment of my life. I'm Olivia Smith, and this is Get Savvy with Social. So winning the Emmy, why was I shocked? It's not because I didn't think the work was deserved. I was shocked because it was the first time that ABC News Digital had ever been nominated. So I thought, hey, if this is our first nomination, we're probably not gonna win. Little did I know I was wrong. I told my parents, don't get your hopes up. It's so exciting to be nominated, but I don't think we're gonna win. We're digital, it's the first nomination, et cetera, et cetera. But let me tell you a little bit about the piece. This was a piece that my co-producer and I separately pitched, the story about Dead Horse Bay, New York's hidden treasure trove of trash. Now, Evan, Simon, and I separately pitched this story to our boss, and he came back to us and said, you guys pitched the same story, why don't you work on it together? Evan is a very talented shooter, and I had been living in New York for quite a few years at that time, and we had both become very familiar with this piece of land that was essentially becoming a time capsule and a place where artists would go and collect hidden treasure. It wasn't actually treasure, it was items from a landfill that had been capped decades earlier and was wearing away, and now the trash was washing onto the shore. Long story short, we had both found the story, thought it was an excellent idea, and so started working on it together. And through time and planning, we told a pretty excellent mini documentary. We got a drone involved. I was and still am very into drones, if you know me, and we got some really amazing footage. Now, we worked on the story for a few months, and it was published, very exciting, did very, very well for us at the time, performed very well, and a few months later, we were notified that we had been nominated for an Emmy for video journalism. Now, 3 people were officially nominated. You had to have literally held a camera to have been nominated for this specific category. So it was anyone who had, again, held the camera to shoot the piece. So I was one of the people nominated, and I was just so excited and overwhelmed and grateful that we had received this nomination. So the nomination was enough for me. I was just thrilled to be nominated. And that summer, I was actually moving back to LA. I had been in New York for about a decade, and I was moving back to LA. And I said to my boss, I'd really love to come in September for the awards. And he was very accommodating, let me come back for a night for the awards. And boy, am I glad I did, because we won. And I just remember we were all sitting, we had been sitting not on the ground floor, but up on like the balcony level in the back. And I also thought, wow, they put us really in the back here. There's no way we won, right? But no, we won. So not only were we like stunned when they called our names, but it took us a few minutes to get down because we had to go out to the hallway and figure out which staircase to take and navigate going all the way down to the ground floor and then making it on stage. And that was just such a cool experience. We got to go on stage. Evan gave a speech about all the work we put into this. And I called my parents and I said I won. And they were like, well, you said you weren't gonna win. And I was like, well, yeah, but I didn't know for sure. I didn't think so, because again, it was the first time ABC News Digital had ever been nominated, kind of combined with the fact that we were sitting in the far, far back. So I had flown in, like I said, and I was there less than 24 hours because I had to go shoot another story after that on a marijuana farm in Northern California. So I was gonna head right to that shoot after. So I wasn't in New York that long. I had landed, threw my bag at the hotel, put on a dress and left. I did my hair myself, did my makeup myself, and fun fact, I had worn my prom dress. Yep, that dress that you see right there was the dress I wore to prom when I was 18 in high school. So that's one fun fact about the prom dress. And then another fun fact is my mom has also won an Emmy. So I guess it runs in the family. But it was one of the most fun nights of my life. It was great to be with my coworkers, people I highly respected, who without them would have never made this possible. And overall, just really cool to appreciate, on another level, the work we had done. After that, I received a second Emmy with Good Morning America, and then I was also nominated for a third Emmy as a TV correspondent when I reported in the solar eclipse. So that's my story of how I won my first Emmy. For more, go to my website, getsavvywithsocial.com, and you can read the whole story in detail there.